stealing my hat? You taking it? You taking my hat? You taking my hat? Where are you gonna go with it? Can I have that back? What is happening, people? It is Brian Alsruhe, NEVERsate.com. And luckily during this comeback series, what I'm trying to do with it is show you guys the intensity, the intention, the focus, everything that it takes to come back from a serious injury. That is my entire purpose with the comeback series. And luckily I have a group of guys that came along beside me and are trying to lift me up and bring me back twice as fast. I'm sorry for the noise, Kona. But yes, absolutely, those guys have been absolutely... But yes, I absolutely love these guys, and I would not be where I was without them at this stage in my training. However, they are an untapped resource. There is so much. Each one of those guys has over 20 years of lifting experience, a ton of strongman experience at the most high level. Talking about Dirty Andy, who is Brian Shaw's coach, has been to so many Worlds events, plus the Arnold's, plus all kinds of these massive shows. You have Olu, who's been the world's strongest man. He's Nigeria's strongest man. You have Nick, who is the national champion. You got me, who's just me. You got Billy. All these guys have so much information and so much time under the bar that they can share, and they don't really have a platform to do it. So what I'm trying to do every once in a while is take a question of the day, pose it to these guys, throw it to them on the spot, and see what comes out of their mouths. And if it's good, I'm going to include in videos so that you guys can get the same information that I'm getting, because it is too good to miss. So without further, my brain is definitely not working yet. It is super early. But here are some really cool answers. They go from everything from equipment all the way to your mindset to the very last one with Billy. Actually, is probably my favorite. So you're gonna wanna hang out and watch that. I will catch up with you right back here afterwards for the video recap. All right, so the question of the day is there a piece of equipment or something in your training that completely changed it for the better, hands down? Is there anything?
SSB bar.
SSB bar. Wow. What did it make go up for you?
Everything, my deadlift and squat.
Me too. It absolutely crushed everything. SSB, I would definitely say, is probably the best piece of a gym equipment that I bought actually for...
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you introduced me to that bar as soon as I got here.
Yeah.
And I put 100 pounds on my deadlift.
Yeah.
And
but that's because of this excellent coaching.
150 pounds on my squat.
Again, coaching wasn't the SSB. Wasn't the...
Huh?
The SSB helped me out a lot too. Nick is deaf in one ear, so a lot of times he can't hear the little comments I make.
No.
Which works out better for me.
I can't hear when you talk away from me. Because like, you'll see me staring at someone's mouth because I can't hear them, so I'm trying to read lips.
Stop laughing, Bill. It looks like your ears are squatting.
My ears are squatting?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. For me personally, the thing that's made the biggest difference so far is absolutely, without a doubt, breathing and bracing. I thought squatting was something that kind of had good days and bad days, and I knew how to breathe and brace because I watched videos on it, I've been taught it. I kept trying to work it, and I thought I was doing it correctly, but I wasn't whatsoever. So basically, one day I was squatting, and I had 585 on the bar, and I went down, and it felt completely different than I ever had before because I actually breathed and braced correctly. And from that point forward, literally there's nothing on squats that feels heavy to me. It's not because my legs aren't strong. You guys have strong legs the same way. You guys can all leg press probably like 2,000 pounds or something, right? That's not that hard. Your guys' legs are incredibly strong. What needs to be stronger has got to be your core. You need to learn how to breathe and brace correctly. And once you do that, literally you will step up to a whole different level of lifter. Your squat, your deadlift, all of those will go up literally hundreds of pounds. Your overhead thrust will go up, your bench will go up, but you have to learn how to do it. Luckily, someone may have made a video about it, but it was a long time ago, so that's kind of, I'm not very comfortable in front of camera at that point, so watch it if you want to. Andy, you got anything?
As far as strongman goes.
Strongman.
The spider bar.
Spider bar.
We got that, man, like probably like 2008, 2009. Tried it once, and the funny thing is we didn't like it.
Yeah.
It started collecting dust. And then some reason we went back to it, put some bands on it, did box squats and not free squats with it. And the carryover with the spider bar with bands to a box for your stone, your deadlift, your yoke. As far as a strongman movement, that just turned the squat into a strongman accessory, and powerlifters aren't gonna like that. But we don't squat in strongman in competition. Few and far between, if at all, at the amateur level. So we kind of had to deconstruct the squat a little bit to get it to fit with strongman accessories. So our squat day was, a very heavy, intense strongman accessory day. That was getting us better for our deadlift day, was getting us better for our event day, and that really turned the page for a lot of guys that I've trained with over the years.
You mentioned bands too. Mm-hmm. Bands.
Accommodating resistance.
Accommodating resistance to build explosiveness and acceleration through bar speed.
Right.
Is so massive. If you have not done anything with bands, there are a lot of PRs out there waiting for you.
Yep.
That you haven't found yet.
It's funny, guys that know about bands and have worked bands, they love it.
Yeah.
Guys that don't is the most underrated thing in the world.
Yep.
As far as building just speed, like Brian said, speed, power, explosiveness, to turn into just a brute strength beast through the explosiveness.
Yep. And nothing beats speed, man. Speed kills.
Yeah.
So there's some more things.
Yeah.
Dude, this video is gonna be full of good things. It's gonna be awesome.
The truth, man.
Scoot your big butt over. I gotta sit next to you. Man, hey. What are you doing?
I'm good.
All right, man. So same question for you. If there was one thing that you think has changed your training for the better in the last, say whenever, like if there's just something in your training that made a huge difference, what is it?
I think it's recovery work. I never paid attention to recovery. When I started lifting, and
The stronger you get, the more important it becomes.
and what's it called? I think mobility work, active recovery stuff.
Yeah.
Back then, when I train, and start feeling aches, I start taking anti-inflammatory stuff. The pain will go away, and it'll be back.
Yeah.
Since I've been paying attention to active recovery, and my lift has really gone up. I think for the bracing, I learned it from when I started lifting.
Yeah.
I had a lot of good power lifters that lifted me there. So the breathing. So if you go on my page and see most of my pose, you could hear me breathe out. Before I go into it. But recovery for me and rest, importantly, has really helped me out.
People don't take it seriously because most people watching this probably in reality are somewhere between the ages of 16 and like 23.
Trust me, man.
And that if you're between the ages of 16 and 23, you recovery is important, but you could probably still go out and go partying all night and the next day show up and still hit deadlift PR. These days, like you need to plan a month out to hit a PR.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like it all needs to be, once you get to a certain level of strength, it's not enough just to show up and have a good mindset. Like you need to have done the preparation, the homework, so that it's there when the test comes.
Yeah. I mean, like on Sundays, I take like an hour.
Yeah.
To stay on the foam roller and stretch.
Oh, Lou and I spent Easter together yesterday.
Yeah, we had a lot of
Find
food.
any eggs?
We got in an egg fight.
Yeah.
He and I got a little egg fight.
That.
But then we just sat around and talked about lions and tigers.
Yeah, man.
Lions, tigers.
They like lions here. But, Africa is not a bush. It's civilized. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
We got skyscrapers also in Africa.
That's a lie. All right. So Billy, same question for you. Like, what has made the biggest difference for you in your lifting in the recent history? Could be equipment. Could be anything.
I think it's learning how to take things in your life, make motivation, twist things to use it for your advantage.
Yeah, like take the negativity in your life.
Yeah, man, like getting picked on a lot when you're a kid, and taking that anger and that aggression out, directing it towards the gym and the weights. And then like whenever I don't know if I want to do it or can do it, I think about like my little brother and sister, and I think about like, man, how I want them to look at me and how I want them to think about me, or like my wife, the pride she has for me when I compete. And then like as I've gotten older, like recently, like my friend just passed away. Yeah. And the last 2 weeks have been real shit. And I haven't eaten right, haven't had no energy, and but I look at that and I take that. I'm like, I'm gonna bring that to the gym. Yeah. And now I spent the whole weekend trying to get my diet straight, trying to get my head on straight, and and just focusing on taking this anger, the sadness that turns to anger,
Yeah.
and putting it back in the weights, man. And like
A lot of guys don't understand sadness, and sadness comes out as anger.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you get sad, and then you get mad that you're sad.
I stopped trying to explain that to people, to men, because they just sort of, no. But
It happens to me, man.
don't know how to deal with your emotions, never had it, so it just immediately comes out and I'll punch someone in the face.
Yep.
Then you get hungry.
Yeah.
So,
But taking negative things, turning them positive things.
yeah, man. I think about my friend and it makes it I get this feeling, the sadness, this energy, really.
Yeah.
I try to put it towards the weights, man. Put it in the squat, put it in the deadlift.
You only got one shot at it, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It all ends too quick.
It does. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, man.
And we're back. So there is so much cool stuff in this video from those guys that have just gleaned knowledge from years of trial and error and making mistakes. So definitely don't go light on this advice. Take each one of what those people said to heart. Try to apply it to your own training. Keep the things that work. Discard the things that don't. That is exactly how you create your own style, your own way of training, and your own way of making progress. So just a really, really cool experience. To all the guys in this video, I do really, really appreciate you guys bearing your soul, being honest, being upfront, being vulnerable, and just sharing it all, because I learned a lot, and I hope you guys did too. I will catch up with you guys later in the week, but until I do, go out, do something amazing, realize, keep working hard, people, be nice to each other, and I'll see you then.